starts to get too hot, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because I do, once I get warm, and then I start burning. And yes, before I've already went and tried to get my blood pressure checked out, and they said there was nothing wrong with it, but I don't know if they even, I don't even think they did the actual blood test, the actual blood result.
Well, I won't know what your blood pressure is. I just know when it goes up and down. This computer that belongs to the other program operator is off today.
Okay, you better tell you at least turn around and look at you.
Oh, yeah.
But my parents taught me when somebody's talking to you, you must look at them. I'm guessing that is respect. Okay, I have a question for you. I don't even, what time is it by chance?
It is.
Because they said I had court at 8:30.
Yeah, no, you'll go this afternoon.
Okay. If I do get released, which I know I probably will, because I didn't hurt, wasn't intended to hurt him.
Okay.
How would I get my stuff from the house? Like my key got left in the van. Would one of the officers or somebody be able to get that key for me and go with me to the house to get my stuff?
Detective Hoover or McIntosh will be able to help you out with that.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Well, I do know they said the clothing and the shoes that I had on, they were keeping for evidence. So that I'm not worried about. I'm worried about my other clothing that I can wear day-to-day use.
All right, you want to change clothes.
Well, I haven't had a shower since we moved. Well, I had one shower since we moved in there. I've been busy trying to make sure my house is clean and food in the house instead of taking care of me, basically taking care of what needs to be done for my children's sake. Which I know you're not supposed to neglect yourself. You're supposed to take care of your children and take care of yourself.
Right, because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of the kids? Right?
Yep.
Have you been to some parenting classes?
When I was pregnant with, I went to Pregnancy Center West in Cincinnati. But that's where I was pregnant at. And they had you do these parenting classes by watching videos, and you have to answer the questions.
Okay.
And they give you baby books to get your kids, like they need diapers, wipes, anything that basically a baby would need.
Right.
Basically helping myself learn about parenting and getting help for the children.
Kids need to come with an owner's manual, don't they?
Yes.
All right, what I'm doing is I'm going to be typing in the computer for just a minute while I type the questions that we need to ask, and we'll review everything.
Okay.
So it's just going to take me a minute.
I have a question before you start typing. Where do I go to court at? Is it all
Upstairs.
in the same building?
Yeah, all up here. Well, you've never been in trouble before, have you?
No, that's why I keep asking all these questions. I even asked how I was thirsty last night. I said, what am I supposed to drink when I was in my room?
There's a fountain in there.
I didn't know. I thought it was a sink.
Yeah, it's both.
See, if that tells you anything. I've never been in any trouble before. That's why they don't understand how
this happened, huh?
Yes. Especially with somebody that has no record besides a ticket for driving. And I didn't flood the scene. I stayed right there. I think to talk to you, you release all the pressure I had built up.
It helps to talk. It really does.
Well, that's why I was telling you I used to talk to my sister Lisa to help release the pressure.
Yeah.
That way somebody knows what I'm going through.
What's your birthday?
2/5/92.
I have a daughter that's older than you.
What is her name?
Maggie.
Officer Hoover's got the same daughter as my daughter's name. We both have daughter names.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he told me that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's pretty cool. I guess it's popular.
Yeah. That's a good name.
Well, you know why I named
Why is that?
because at that time, I heard of nobody named always
Uh-huh.
not.
Have you met some since then?
Nope.
Oh, good deal.
I've seen on Facebook, I'm friends with a bunch of moms, and they had recently just had a kid and named their kid. And that kind of touched my heart. I'm guessing I'm the only one that I know of came up with the idea of but I'm sure other people saw their kids or named their kids.
Okay, what I'm trying to do, when I give a test, it's actually two parts to this test. I want to...
Sorry, I keep coughing it.
Yeah, I'm going to...
I had my cough medicine for my congestion.
I want to be able to report back to Detective Hoover that you are being truthful in your statements, and you're not the kind of person that would lie about something once you're caught, or once we talk to you about something serious like this. That's
basically what he was telling me.
When you make a mistake, you're an honest person. You own up to your mistakes.
I'm always honest.
Right.
I was just, when he was asking me all these questions, I was confused, didn't know what to say, scared. And plus, he kept bringing in more than just him. I just felt like I was outnumbered. And I guess that had probably something to do with when I was raped when I was a kid. Because the guy was the oldest Officer Hoover. So that might explain why I didn't really feel safe, comfortable. But he did tell me afterwards, I asked him if I was asked for a female cop to talk to, or female, they would have gotten one. See, and I didn't know that either. As you can tell, I've never been arrested ever. Maybe I should have asked that from the start. We wouldn't be going through all of this.
Well, we still do.
Well, I wouldn't have to go through question after question after question. I would have had it all out.
Well, memory is funny. If something jogs in your memory while we're talking now, you need to let me know, because a lot of people think memory is like a video camera. You could rewind it and replay it, but that's not the case, because our memory deals with sight and sound just like a video camera, but it also deals with touch, taste, and smell. And on top of all of that, we also recall in a moment in time.
Do you guys, after we take this test, do you guys tell us?
Oh, I'll let you know right away.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, because I want you to pass.
Okay. I want to pass too, so.
But memory deals with all five senses, and it also deals with our emotional state. I've been skydiving before.
I've never been. I've always watched parachutes.
Yeah.
I watched them fall. I've been like, that looks kind of fun. I want to try that maybe one day.
But when I think about skydiving, I remember what I saw. I remember the feel of the air rushing in my face.
Basically the same way would be watching parachuters.
Right. But I also remember how terrified I was. you feel completely out of control, and you're falling through the air.
Well, I'm scared of heights too, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of leery on, should I jump from an airplane?
Right. All this stuff's going on in your head. So when you think about a moment in time, it's a really complex memory. Memory is very complex. So when I'm reviewing these questions with you, if you recall something, you need to let me know. So,
Or even if I don't understand what you're...
if you don't understand, you need to let me know.
Okay.
Because I need you relaxed about these questions. And if you remember something during the test or while I'm asking you questions, say, Scott, I need to talk to you a little bit more about this. I left something out. I didn't mean to, but I left something out.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
I know your name's Scott.
Right, because I won't think you're lying. I think, well, Brittany she just remembered something, right? But I just want you to develop.
That's probably why you guys try to give people breaks from after you ask them a bunch of questions.
Right.
Give you a little break to come back to.
Because you can think about it then. You can calm down. You can stop asking questions for a minute. You can really think about it.
Yeah, I was wondering last night, like, why do you guys keep giving me breaks? What are these breaks for?
So you can calm down and think about what the questions were, and hopefully something will be recalled.
Do you know if they're out there looking for James?
There we are.
They are. Because that is where we drop them off at. Because another thing I just remembered, James said Hamilton said it would be best to drop them off on this side we dropped them off on because the water rushes this way.
Mm-hmm. So he thought about which way the water was flowing when he did it.
Yeah. I guess that's my memory, huh?
Yeah, that's how memory works.
And he said after a while the water does something. Deteriorates or...
Yeah.
But he said it has to be within 72 hours or something.
Yeah, I've pulled a couple bodies out of the water. The water really does a number on them.
I don't know. Nothing. I've never drowned nobody, nothing. I never even drowned myself, even learned how to swim. And when I felt like I was taking in all that water, I came back up. When I felt like I was drowning, basically, I came back up. That's probably my anxiety, panic mode. Eventually, one day, I should get my anxiety under control with the medicine, huh?
You would think.
Yeah, they told me, when I went to the doctors for my anxiety, they told me I was suffering real, real bad from, like I had it my whole life and didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably because it really didn't bother me unless I'm like going swimming or panicking.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think of nothing about it till as I got older. Because I kept telling them how, like I felt when the stuff was happening. And they told me it was anxiety.
All right, here are the questions. There's, like I said, there's 3 different kinds of questions.
How many questions are there? Is it like a whole bunch?
It is, and they're all yes or no questions. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 questions. Okay, here they are.
Hold on.
Now,
I have a hard time remembering
well, I'll
what
repeat them.
you asked me, so if I don't understand what you're asking, I'm going to end up asking you, like, what are you?
These are simple, short questions. Regarding the death of James, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Very good. See, that's one question. Did you intend for harm to come to them? And when I say that, I'm talking about
basically what you asked me, was I intending on harming them?
Because you told me that your intention was
to get them in the bathroom.
To get them in the bathroom and to leave. I'm asking you, did you intend for harm to come to them? Because you told me no. You wanted them to be safe in the bathroom.
Yes.
So your intention taking them out to rush run was just to drop them off, not for harm to come to them.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So that's why I ask you, did you intend for harm to come to them? And when I say them, I'm talking about those 3 children.
So I didn't intend to harm them. So that'd be...
But did you intend for harm to come to them?
No.
Did you intend for them to die or for coyotes to eat them?
No.
Because you told me you were hoping the coyotes wouldn't eat them. So when you dropped them off, did you think they would be hurt?
No.
Okay. So when I ask you, did you intend for harm to come to them, you're going to say?
No.
Very good. And I'm going to say this in a different way. I'm just going to add the word the park. So I'm going to ask you, did you intend for harm to come to them at the park?
Right.
Very good. And I'm going to ask you, did you purposefully lie or omit any information about what happened? So you told me what happened.
Yes.
Omit means leave something out. Did you purposely, means on purpose, not an accident. Because, like I said, memory is complicated. You probably have forgotten a detail. That's okay. But if you remembered a detail and you decided not to tell me, that's not okay.
Okay. So
I'm going to ask you, did you purposefully lie or omit information about what happened? And you're going to say?
Hold on. Did I purposely leave something out? No, I did not leave nothing out.
Okay. Would you rather me just ask it like that?
Yes.
Because I can. Okay. Did you purposefully leave something out?
No.
About what happened?
No.
Okay, I'm going to say that then.
Sorry, it helps me. I have a learning disability.
No, this is good. This is
hard time comprehending what somebody's saying to me.
I've changed the question to be, did you purposefully leave something out about what happened?
No.
Okay, that's good. This is why we talk about it. And then I want to establish that you're an honest person. Detective Hoover, you can believe what Brittany's saying now because she's an honest person. So I'm going to ask you, have you ever lied about something important?
No.
Very good. Excellent. Have you ever lied to someone who trusted you?
No.
Very good. Have you ever lied to someone in authority?
No.
Very good. All right, so those are those questions. And then I got comparison questions. These let me know what your physiology looks like, your sweat gland activity, your heart rate, your blood pressure when you're telling the truth. Are you now sitting down?
Yes.
Do you sometimes drink water?
Do I sometimes drink water?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my mouth is dry.
Yeah, that's a silly question, but I know you're telling the truth when you say yeah. Are the lights on in this room?
They are now.
They'll be on when I ask you the question,
okay.
too. All right. Okay, and then I just got 2 more questions to make sure you trust me. Because I said we reviewed all the questions.
Okay.
And during the test, I'm only going to ask you questions we reviewed.
Okay. And you're going to do it 3 times, right? Well, this is the first time, right?
No, it just doesn't count.
Okay. This is just a review.
This is just a review.
Okay.
Is there something else you're afraid I'm going to ask you about?
No.
No, because we reviewed everything. Do you believe I will ask you only the questions we reviewed?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all the questions.
that was easy.
It's not supposed to be hard.
See, I thought this was going to be hard as ever.
Yeah. Lost my stomach.
Mine was just doing that not too long ago, too. Because I didn't even wake up. I guess they was yelling me for me to eat, but...
Yeah. I ate this morning and everything.
Yeah, I didn't eat yesterday except for that one meal that Dad gave me.
Okay. All right. Now, those are all the questions. Let me see your left hand. Let's clean that off.
Let's say, what are we doing here?
I'm putting some little sticky pads on your palm, and these are to
Basically, see if I'm sweaty.
Yeah, just check sweat gland activity.
Okay.
That's what these are for. And they need to sit there for a minute is why I do them first.
You want to do it one hand?
One hand.
Okay, that's probably weird and awkward.
That's okay. All right. Have you ever?
Are these the questions again?
I'm just telling you how polygraph works. Have you ever been in this really scary situation where you get a knot in your stomach? Like maybe you have to talk to someone you don't want to talk to, or it's just scary and you get this tight feeling in your stomach. Has that ever happened to you?
No.
It does to some people. You'll hear people say that I so upset I got my stomach was in knots. And soldiers in battle, they frequently talk about.
Well, right now I got phlegm stuck in my throat. I can't.
You can drink. Soldiers in battle frequently don't lose control of their bowels. They'll defecate on themselves during the battle. And the reason this happens is because when you're scared, when there's a threat, your body makes changes occur in your body, so that blood is taken where it's not needed for the emergency, and it puts it to where it is needed, our big muscles. Because subconsciously, our mind's like, uh-oh, there's danger. We got to get ready to either fight this danger, run away from this danger. But we got to get blood to our muscles so we can run faster, run farther, fight harder, fight longer. Okay? So when there's danger, the body gets blood where it's not needed, and in one case, it's our digestive system. Because when there's an emergency situation, to survive, we don't need to digest food right now. We need to fight. So digestion's not important. So our subconscious, our autonomic nervous system is what it's called. It takes blood from where it's not needed, our digestive tract, and it puts it in our muscles. So when that happens, you get this sensation of a tightness in your stomach. And this tightness is the blood vessels constricting to push the blood away from digestion so that it goes and it can be used in the muscles. When this happens, our blood pressure increases, our heart rate increases, and for some strange reason we sweat on our hands, bottom of our feet, and our forehead. But there's nothing I can do to check your digestion, so I don't check that. But there's another area of your body that is also we get blood from in an emergency. And that's our skin. Our skin is the largest organ of our body. Have you ever heard someone say they were so scared it looked like they saw a ghost?
Yeah.
You've heard that phrase. That is actually a physical change that happens to someone when they're scared. What happens is, once again, the subconscious kicks in, like, this is a frightening situation, we got to get ready to run or fight. So, we get blood from our digestion, and we get blood from our skin. When we get blood from our skin, the tiny little blood vessels in our skin is called capillaries. They're the tiniest of vessels. And they constrict real tight. They squeeze the blood out of our skin and it goes to our muscles. And when that squeeze happens, see, we're kind of pink. That pink disappears and we turn white. And we look like we saw a ghost. I can check that. And get it real quick. To use this instrument, oh, here it is, called the plethysmograph. Doctors use that.
It goes on your finger?
Yeah, hospitals use that to detect oxygen saturation levels in your bloodstream. I use it to determine when blood flow is constricted. So what happens is I'll ask you a question. And if you tell the truth, the question represents no danger. If you lie, your subconscious is going, uh-oh, Brittany lied.
So basically I just need to sit there, relax, and just answer the question that you're asking.
Because when you lie, your body gets prepared to confront the danger.
But my thing is I like to get scared. So I need to just relax, probably take a deep breath, relax, and then answer the question.
Because I'm looking to see, when you answer a question, is Brittany getting ready to fight or run? Right? So I'm looking for those changes that occur in your body as you are subconsciously getting ready to fight or run.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking for, your blood pressure, heart rate, sweat gland activity. And the reason these changes occur is because your body is diverting blood to your muscles when you're telling a lie. Okay. So that's how the polygraph works. These changes are very subtle that I'm looking at. So during the examination, I want you to put your feet right on the ground and look, and the arms will be up here, and just look forward.
Am I allowed to, just relax, basically?
Yeah, but you can't move during the test.
Okay, as long as I'm relaxed, I won't be moving.
Right. So during the test, you just sit up there, and answer the questions, and be still. In between question sets, you can move around a little bit. Everything will be connected, so you can't move around a lot. You can move around a little bit. And then after you take a question set, I grade it, then we start to the next set. Okay. All right? Any questions yet?
No.
You are sitting on a motion pad.
Okay.
If there's any lower body movement, that pad will let me know that you're moving your leg and moving your feet. These will be...
Well, if I move my behind, could I have to use the bathroom?
Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, but just in case.
This will be quick.
Okay.
This isn't going to be a long process. So...
I was thinking it's going to take hours.
No. You've already done the long part.
Okay.
This is the short part.
Okay.
We'll be done in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry. So you're sitting on the motion pad. That's to detect lower body movement. I'm going to put one here and one up here on you. This is to detect upper body movement. Okay? So if you put your
hands... As long as it don't choke me or if it'll make me feel like I'm choking.
It won't choke you. Put your hands together, raise your arms slightly, and bend forward slightly. I can put these on.
Like this?
Yeah, lean forward. Lean forward like this much. Give me one more.
So I'm going to lean all the way forward.
Okay, raise your arms just a little up. Yeah, I know. All right, you can relax. You'll feel a slight change in pressure. I got to bend those. And I'm going to...
Sorry, I wanted to fix my cleavage. I don't like
I understand.
Show it. That's why when she told me I had to take my beater off, I was like, I don't want to.
Right. What'll happen, sometimes your hand will get real sweaty, and those will want to fall off. Like, you put your hand on that and just relaxing, that'll keep those from sliding
like this?
You don't have to squeeze, just let it rest.
Yeah, my hand's just sitting there.
Okay. This goes on your middle finger. You got a little finger. This is for blood pressure. This also tells me heart rate.
So basically just sit here, relax, answer questions?
Yes, we got to do the practice test first.
Okay. Let's see, am I able to have my feet like this as long as they're...
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay. There is a number missing from this list. What number is it?
3.
Write down the number 3 for me. All right. For the practice test, I'm going to ask you, in regards to the number you wrote, did you write the number 1? And you're going to say,
No.
did you write the number 2?
No.
When I get to the number 3, I want you to lie to me and say no. This is the only time I'm asking you to lie to me. Because what I'm going to have you do is say no to all of these. And I'm going to end up with...
Okay, why?
I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to end up with 4 looks of what it looks like, what your physiology looks like, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your sweat gland activity, when you tell the truth.
Okay,
and I'm going to have 1 sneak peek of what it looks like when you lie. Because it's much more important for me to know when you're telling the truth. That's why I get 4 looks at that.
Okay, because I was confused. Like, why would you want me to tell the truth?
Because I want to know what it looks like when you lie.
I was going to say, why are you telling me to lie and you want the truth?
Because I want to know. So let's practice this once. In regards to the number you wrote, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write number 2?
No.
Did you write number 3?
No.
Did you write number 4?
No.
Did you write number 5?
No.
Perfect. That will be the first test.
Are you putting them on the board or something?
Just say you remember.
Oh, okay.
Lie and say no.
Just to help the brain remember.
Just to help the brain remember. All right. Let's get started. When I blow up the blood pressure cuff, I'll reach over and squeeze it a couple times to make sure the air is evenly distributed in the bladder, and then I'll lower it to the pressure it's going to be at through that question set. Okay?
Okay, so it won't be like squeezing, like it's squeezing your arm off?
It will be squeezing, but not as tight as when you get your blood pressure.
Okay. I hate when they do the blood pressure. Feels like they're about to pop my arm off.
Right. All right, let's get this started. Okay. The test has begun. Please remain still. Regarding the number you wrote, did you write the number 1?
No.
Just look straight ahead, okay?
Oh.
Always look straight ahead.
Are you going to be paused like this?
Yes, yes. This is what is used. This test is get you used to the pace of the questions too, which is kind of slow. Did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
conclude this portion of the test. Please remain still. I take the instrument out of operation. Okay, you can relax. You respond very strong.
Did I do good?
Yeah,
On that part?
yeah, let me show you what it looks like when Brittany tells a lie. Pull it up real quick. The green line is the easiest line to decipher. That is your sweat gland activity.
I can't tell what's green.
This one right here.
Okay.
So this is the number 2. This is me asking, did you write the number 2? You say no. This is saying, did you write the number 3? This is what the number 3 looks like. This is, did you write the number 4? And you just got hardly any response to that. This is what it looks like, and it's an extremely strong response. So I'm going to be very confident when we're done that you passed, and that if you had lied, I've been easily able to catch you lying. So I'm going to be able to report back to Detective Hoover that this is a good test. Brittany's telling the truth.
Okay.
Awesome.
Are you able to get a drink real quick?
Sure. Okay, there you go. Test has begun. Please remain still. Are you now sitting down?
Yeah.
Regarding the death of James, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Do you believe I will only ask you the questions we reviewed? Do you believe I'll only ask you the questions we reviewed?
The questions that you asked me?
Yeah, we already talked about all the questions.
Yes. Sorry, I was a little confused.
Okay, that's all right. This is the first time. Have you ever lied about something important?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them?
No.
Have you ever lied to someone who trusted you?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them at the park?
No. I had a cough. someone was asking me that question, but I try to hold it.
Well, we might as well just stop this one, because we'll need to do this one over again, okay?
Okay.
Just relax for just a minute.
Sorry for making things difficult.
No, you're not. I appreciate your help, and that's, yeah, you've been coughing, so it doesn't surprise me. Do you need to take a drink?
Not yet.
Okay. You ready to start again?
Yes.
Okay. Gotta start from the beginning. Test has begun. Please remain still. Are you now sitting down?
Yes.
Regarding the death of James, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Do you believe I will only ask you the questions we reviewed?
Yes.
Have you ever lied about something important?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them?
No.
Have you ever lied to someone who trusted you?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them at the park?
No.
Is there something else you're afraid I'll ask you a question about?
No.
Have you ever lied to someone in authority?
No.
Did you purposefully leave something out about what happened?
No.
Portion of the test is over. Please remain still and take the instrument out of operation. Very good. You didn't cough that time.
Did I do good on that part?
You can't score it by just one chart. Like I said, we look for patterns.
Okay.
So I won't know until we get 3 good charts what the
Okay.
results are.
So basically you won't know till the end.
Correct.
Am I able to itch my eye real quick?
Mhm.
Hurts my allergies from not having my meds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've been there before. My
I
wife,
am
maybe, I
lucky.
know somebody that's been there before.
My wife has allergies.
Okay, that helps. I'm getting a drink real quick. And you said we're going to practice it twice before the actual...
Oh, we're done with the practice. This is the actual test.
Okay. Are you like writing this stuff down or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. Test has begun. Please remain still. Do you sometimes drink water?
Yes.
Regarding the death of James, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Do you believe I've only asked you the questions we reviewed?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to someone in authority?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come from them, to them?
No.
Have you ever lied about something important?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them in the park?
No.
Is there something else you're afraid I'll ask you a question about?
No.
Have you ever lied to someone who trusted you?
No.
Did you purposefully leave something out about what happened?
No.
This portion of the test is over. Please remain still. I take this been out of operation. Good job. No more coughing.
Did I do good?
I won't know until we're done.
So basically, I answered questions right, and I should be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My head's starting to go. No, I'm just sitting here. I'm not allowed to move, right?
Just a little bit, as much as you can.
Well, you're not grading me on moving, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Okay, hopefully last time.
We're gonna do it again?
So the third time. Take 3, remember?
Sorry, I'm ready to go to sleep. You got me all warm and comfy.
Mm-hmm. Test has begun. Please remain still. Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Regarding the death of James, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Do you believe I will only ask you the questions we reviewed?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to someone who trusted you?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them?
No.
Have you ever lied to someone in authority?
No.
Did you intend for harm to come to them in the park?
No.
Is there something else you're afraid I'll ask you a question about?
No.
Have you ever lied about something important?
No.
Did you purposefully leave anything out about what happened?
No.
This portion of the test is over. Please remain still and take the instrument out of operation.
I'm trying to stay awake. I'm ready to go to sleep. Oh, the hard move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, once you say it's over, I can itch my nose or whatever. Okay. Once you're done, you will take this stuff off me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, it's starting to get a little uncomfortable.
I understand, yeah.
What are we doing now?
All right, taking everything else of you.
Oh. couple of businesses sales due to COVID.
Yeah, that's when we started doing it, but it's just a good idea to do. So I'm sure we'll keep doing it. Of course I missed.
Don't worry, I missed quite a few times too, trying to throw things in the trash. I almost forgot how you had this on me. I even took you out there. There you go. And what about this? So I say, I don't want these on me. What am I doing with these?
You are having some reaction to did you intend for harm to come to them at the park? What did you think would happen to them when you dropped them off at the park?
I didn't think anything would happen to them.
But you're dropping them off in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around. There's not a house around for a long time. What was the temperature?
I have no idea.
Was it cold?
It was like 50-something.
Were they wearing coats or anything? Did you make sure they were? What did you think would happen to them out there? Out in the middle of nowhere.
Honestly, I didn't think anything would happen to them.
But
I wouldn't know.
He had threatened to tie him up and let the coyotes eat him. So you knew there were coyotes out there.
Yeah, but I was scared to drop them off there.
But you did. And you knew that there was a danger because it's cold, they're by themselves. So when you leave, there's no lights, there's no electricity. The only lights is from the headlights of your car. In your mind, what did you think would happen to him when you dropped him off?
I was hoping they'd be safe and okay. And not get eaten by the coyotes. But then again, me abandoning them was still not safe.
Mm-hmm. So, why did you drop him off instead of just having him do it? Because
he kept telling me I need to do something with them.
Well,
they're your children. You do something with them.
Mm-hmm. Did you think you would ever see him again at the moment you dropped him off?
I was hoping I would.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't know if you would?
No.
What did you think the possibilities were in your mind? Did you even think about the possibilities? I'm going to do this, and this is probably going to happen to them.
I didn't think what the possibilities would have been. I was just hoping and praying that nothing happened to them. But as me dropping them off, I didn't think anything would happen to them. I didn't know what would happen to them.
But then when you knew James was hurt when you left, though, because you dragged him with the car.
Yes. I didn't know he was dead.
Right. But you knew he was hurt. Did you see him laying on the ground when you left?
When I left?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You saw him laying on the ground when he came back?
Yes.
But you heard him screaming.
I didn't hear him scream. I heard the other two screaming.
You heard him, oh, you didn't hear the other two, but you heard him before that saying, I don't want to stay.
Before I even took off. Are you trying to think of any other questions they would ask you?
I'm trying to understand. Just trying to.
So that was the only question. There was a.
You were having some response to, did you intend for harm to come to them?
Just that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have no response of harming them or any of that. Because I wasn't intending to harm them.
But it seems that you were intending for harm to come to them at the park. You just wouldn't have to do it. Things would just happen on their own. Maybe they would freeze to death. Maybe a coyote would eat them. Somehow this problem was going to get solved while you were away. You could just wash your hands of it. You could drop them off. They would disappear, and this problem would solve itself, is what it seems like was going on your mind.
Yes. Without me.
That's you doing it.
Yes.
Somehow something would happen to them, and this would be resolved.
Yes. Without me doing it.
Without you doing it. Like a coyote would do it.
Whatever.
Right.
Without me personally, my hands doing anything.
Okay. Now that it's all over, how do you feel about it?
I feel a lot better.
A lot better?
Yes. When they started asking me questions, my chest felt like it was caving in. Mm-hmm. And now I feel relaxed, ready to get some rest.
Right. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to tell me?
Mm-mm.
All right. Let me take you back over there, see if the detective wants to talk to you anymore, and then you can go from there.
Can I stop at the bathroom on the way? Please.
Hey, Brittany.
Hey.
All right, so I got a note from you that said you needed to talk to me.
Yes, because
What's
I'm
up?
not understanding, like, the law stuff.
Okay.
Because...
Have you talked to your attorney about any of this?
He told me I couldn't tell him anything. So,
That you can't tell him anything?
yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't. I don't understand nothing about the law, nothing.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. You know, I can tell you, I can explain the best I can. Okay, so what's going on?
Like, the charges, I don't understand.
Okay.
What each one means or none of that.
Let's go through charge by charge, okay? The first charge was murder, okay? You took the 6-year-old up to the park you're telling me just to leave him.
Yes.
All right. The 6-year-old grabbed a hold of the car handle.
Yes.
And you took off.
Yes.
And you told me that he was drugged some.
Yes.
Okay. And ultimately he died from that.
Okay.
Okay. That would be the murder charge they're talking about. Okay. You left for over 40 to 45, 50 minutes, and you came back.
Okay.
Right? Is that correct? Okay. And then when you come back, the two are out on the road walking.
Mm-hmm.
You grab them. You pick them up. Is that right?
Yes.
And then you went back to the lot.
Yes.
You saw that he was dead, and you picked him up and put him in the van. Okay, so that was the murder part.
Okay.
The tampering with evidence is the little boy's evidence. Physical, he's evidence at that point.
Of what happened.
Of what happened. Right. So him being evidence, when you tamper with it, you picked him up, you put him back in the car, you took him to your house, left him there, and then you...
Okay, what would have happened if I would have called 911?
Well, you could explain to the police this is what happened.
Would I be in so much trouble that I'm in now?
I don't know, because the circumstances would have been some different. Not a lot, but some different, yeah. They would have shown that, hey, I stopped, you know, you should have never took your kids up there and just dropped them off anyway.
Yes, I know
Okay,
that.
okay. And then putting the body into the river, that's also tampering with evidence. Abuse of a corpse is, he's deceased,
Mhm.
and the abuse comes in when you don't report it, when you store the baby in your house for a couple days, and then when you toss him in the river. That's abuse of that corpse.
Okay, and he's being charged with the last two?
Yes, abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. Does that make sense?
And the judge was telling me how many years or whatever. I couldn't understand them.
Okay, I don't know what the years are either. I really don't, or I'd tell you. There's nothing to hide.
Well, he told me the one was something 90 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Probably the corpse. Use of a corpse, if I had to guess. I don't know. Murders.
But he told him the same thing.
Okay.
And I believe they told me murder was 15 years or some bond or something, $1,000 bond or something.
Okay. You got $1 million bond total, right? And yours $1 million bond?
I don't know.
It's
That's why I was
something like
trying
that.
to tell the judge. I don't understand. With my learning disability, I have to have everything written down for me to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Did he give you any paperwork that's due?
No.
Okay. Well, you need to get a hold of your attorney, and you remember Chris.
Atkins is what it said on my little note.
Okay.
How do I get a hold of him?
You'll get a new attorney
Okay. once
this goes to the county, and it's going to the county Friday.
Okay, is he going to the county too?
Who? James? Yeah. Yep.
I thought I was the only one that's just getting thrown around.
No. He's going to the county.
So basically, he's getting the
same thing.
damn near the same treatment as me.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens once we go to the county? We stay there, we come back. I've never been in jail before, so I don't know.
Yeah, you'll stay there. You won't come back here. You'll never come back here. Once you leave here, you're gone. Now, you can,
okay, so
you can still send me notes. It'll just take a day or two to get to me before.
Okay, can you explain to me, how some stuff around here works? Like, if you run out of toilet paper, what do you do?
I don't have anything to do with corrections part of it. The corrections part over in the county
do you
will
know
probably be better.
if you get a shower, do they supply the soap and stuff?
They should give you like an indigent kit, which would be soap and shampoo or something.
Okay. Because
Yes.
I don't know how none of this works.
Yes, they'll give you
As
that
I
kind
was
of stuff.
telling you guys, I've never in my life been in trouble before.
I know, I checked. I know that. I know this is scary. I understand that too.
They said you have to go get my medicine like you told me you would at my house. You said you was going to send somebody there to get it.
I'm going to have to talk to that nurse today. Has she already been in?
Yes.
I'm going to call her. I'll have to call her about that.
Well, I told her the place I was getting my meds from and the doctors and the pharmacy is all in the same area.
Okay.
And she said she was going to try her best to call the pharmacy, and I told her they're only open from 9 to 5, but the main part is open.
Well, that's what she does is
10 or
here, so if she told you that, then.
and I'm allowed to have my medication if it's what I'm supposed to have?
If it's what's prescribed to you, yes.
So they cannot deny me of my medication? Nobody can?
Well, no, they're gonna give you your medicine. They don't care if you have your medicine or not. I mean, they want you to have your medicine if you need it, absolutely. Yeah,
well, she tried to tell me that my hydroxyzine was a need, and no, I have to have that 3 times a day.
What's that for?
And my anxiety.
Your anxiety, okay, I got you.
And there's 2 pills that helps me sleep at night. I've really not been able to sleep.
Well, I didn't think you would be able to anyway, even with that, probably.
It would help me.
But they probably won't give you anything to help you sleep. Unless the nurse approves it or the doctor. Because she works for a doctor.
It came from the doctor, so it's for my breathing, because I have real bad asthma and my heart rate problems.
I'll check with her. I'll get a hold of the nurse and check with her.
Okay, because
About it.
I had my medicines. She said she couldn't tell me what to do. I had a panic attack last night, and I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
And if I had my medicine, it would help out a lot.
Right, for anxiety.
Yes. I'm just trying not to end up in the hospital.
No, I understand that. I agree.
And then you said you'd be able to get my sister's number out of my phone?
Yeah, what's her name?
Lisa.
Last name? Is it just under Lisa?
It's just under Lisa.
And you can call now, too.
I am?
Yeah, the phones are not locked down anymore. This Lisa?
Yes. Would you be able to write her address down just in case when I'm able to mail people? Because that's her address too.
Four 418-1316. Don't you see? Okay.
And am I allowed to talk to my boyfriend or not?
No. What do I do? Click a button? There it is. Okay.
So the way it seems is James is getting out before me.
That I don't know. That'll be up to the judge to make that decision. I don't know. You don't have as many charges as you do. Let me ask you a question. Are you covering for him at all?
For what?
For James? Was he for sure not with you that night when you went up there to the park? Because I got some video from the house, and I'm going to check. I've not checked it yet. If he wasn't, that's fine. But if he was with you, I hope for the love of God you're not covering for him.
No, I was by myself with the kids. But prior to that, I don't know what he did to the kids upstairs when he tied them up.
He tied him up that day, earlier that day, right?
That same night, before we even left. I didn't bother to check them to see if they were okay or anything.
Okay, what same night?
Before, I told you guys, well, if you go back to the camera footage, it'll tell you the exact time.
So you leave with all three children?
Yes.
Let's start there, because that's where my mind is. You leave with all three children are fine.
Yes, but James acted a little funny.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I kept asking him, like, what is wrong? He wouldn't tell me, and he kept hiding and putting a hat on, hiding his head. So,
Hiding whose head?
James, my son James.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So, and you're saying he had tied them up earlier in that same day?
Yeah, and he had kept going up there and hitting them and punching them and all kinds of stuff.
Okay. But did James walk out on his own, or did you carry him out to the van?
My daughter helped him out.
Like holding his hand?
Both my kids helped him outside.
How did they help him?
Like they were holding his hand.
So each kid's holding his hand,
yes.
And they're all three walking to the van?
Yes.
I got you.
And he literally almost fell. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't bother to check the kids.
All right.
So I don't know if he already kind of had that injury beforehand, and I just made it worse.
Right.
Because I'm sure he probably not admitted that he tied him up.
He did.
He did?
He told us that.
Did he admit that he was beating on him?
Yep. He told us that he hit him. Punched James in the face.
He always punches him in the face and the top of the head. Yeah. And I keep telling him that place, you can't do that anyways. And that's the most sensitive place on their body is their face and their head.
Right. Yeah, he told us that. He admitted all that.
So basically he admitted what I have been telling you guys that he's done too.
Yes. He admitted to tying him up. He told us where he took those ropes after he got done with them.
Okay.
We got those, and then he told us.
You also got the recording thing that was.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He told us you told us where that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
you guys didn't ask him, like, why'd he take it out, and I have no idea. I told him.
My partner did. I didn't get to talk to James a bunch. I talked to him some, but my partner did most of the interview with him.
Which is the other guy that was with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first place you went was the wrong place, is that right?
Yes.
Do you know where that place is at? How far away was that place from the place you ended up?
Well, he had told me to put it in my GPS, Rapid Run Park. Not Rapid.
I know what you mean, Rush Run.
Yes, Rush Run Park. And it took me, there was, like a garage right here. It went like this. There's a garage off to this side and a bunch of cars parked here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you went back farther, there was something else. I didn't go back that far.
Okay. You just knew you were in...
Nothing looked familiar to me.
Okay, so you left.
Yes.
Okay, but that was the wrong place, or that was technically...
That was the wrong place.
I got you. All right. Now, let me ask you this. You told me that this happened Friday into Saturday, and then Saturday into Sunday is when you took the poor boy up there.
To
the bridge.
Yes.
Okay, so, James is insisting that happened with you and the kids at Thursday into Friday, and then you guys dumped the body Saturday into Sunday. He's saying the boy was upstairs for 2 days, not just 1 day, deceased.
Well, see, I don't remember the days.
Okay.
I could have sworn it was Friday into Saturday, but...
Could it have possibly been that?
It could have possibly been.
Thursday and
yeah.
Friday. Okay. All
It's
right.
just, between me and him, we've been going through so much.
Well, you need to sever ties with him. I hope you're smart enough to know that. He's not a good dude.
Well, I done lost my kids. And they're going for good.
Hang tight for a minute, okay?
Can I have something to drink, please?
Yeah. What do you want? Put that in your pocket, please.
I don't have any pockets. Is there any way that I can get my glasses out of my purse that I'm supposed to wear?
Yes, they're back in your property. I took them back there last night, because I thought they were the kids, that little boys, but I found those. Oh my gosh.
Your mind blank?
Yeah, totally blank.
I'm about to say, you wanted to say something, and then it's like, went away.
Oh, I do have your meds. That's what I was gonna tell you. I'm not gonna be able to get them to him until tomorrow, because the guy that, you don't know him, but he's our evidence guy.
Yeah.
They're locked up,
Uh-huh.
because we took everything from the house and it's all secure. We tag it into property.
Like what from the house?
Well, our pictures and just anything any phones that we found, we take that kind of stuff in the house when we do
I'm
search
like,
warrants.
what?
So,
What?
but he's got that locked up, but I will get that to you
Okay,
tomorrow
what
night.
happened to our stuff that's at the house?
It's still there. But I talked to
Can
the landlord.
anybody go in there and get it?
Everything's secure. The whole house is secure.
Locked?
Yeah, secure, yeah, locked.
And you
The
said
landlord met us yesterday.
Uh-huh. Which was Taylor, right?
Short dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice guy. And, yeah, he let us in and then locked up behind us, so we're all good. Everything's secure in the house. That's something you might want to talk to your sister about.
Would she
I
be
would
able
be
to
your
go get
personal-
my stuff out of there?
With your permission, yeah. She should be able to get your personal, especially anything that, like sentimental stuff, yeah, I would get that stuff if I were you. So I got your medication. Now listen, I'm gonna try to remember, I need your medication. I'll go write it down right now, because I got another long day tomorrow. So yes, you're good, I got your medication.
Okay, how would I get
Mac-
my glasses? Would you tell them to get me my glasses?
Yes, when I take you back. She's got glasses in her property, and she'd like them back, and I'm fine with that. Yep.
Okay.
Finish your pop. I'll give you about 5 minutes. So you guys came off of your street when you left that night,
Mm-hmm. And we
or when
went,
you left, that with the kids?
I went the same way.
Straight down Central? Did you come down to Central Avenue?
I went straight down the street and went Logan.
To Logan?
Just followed my GPS as it told me to go.
So it probably told you to go down Central. So, you know, downtown, or downtown
Yeah,
Central?
I just typed in the GPS of
Okay.
the park, and that's how I got there.
All right.
Also, something I meant to mention to you. He told me to delete where I typed in my GPS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can still get that from through the boost or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the text message that I had texted him
Mm-hmm.
before he called me, he told me delete. So I don't know if you can get that off.
Do you have do you know his passcodes to his phone?
Like the main thing,
Yeah.
like from the store?
No, like, you know how to get on my phone, I have to type a little password?
Are you talking about when you go to My Boost?
No. I got his phones,
Okay.
okay? So to get into my phone, I have to type a password to get in it. Do you know what his password is?
No, because he didn't have one.
He didn't have one? Was he using that phone that he gave your daughter? Or is that your daughter's phone?
No, that is his wife's daughter's phone.
Oh, okay. Does he use that one?
No. He has a black phone that's kind of similar to the bigger one of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and another black phone that's the same one as that purple one, with the black case.
And there's no passcode on it?
No.
Let me go show this to you.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
Sorry.
So, real quick, we got all these phones, and this one.
This phone doesn't work, doesn't do anything.
Okay, this doesn't have a phone. Okay, this was
It has no
laying.
number, no nothing.
Okay.
Is that the one that was in her purse?
No, this
No,
one was
the
in
purple
the
one
front.
was the
This
one in
one
my
was in the front bedroom.
Yes, that one doesn't do
All right,
nothing.
now,
It's
this
not activated.
phone.
That is James's.
This is James' primary phone.
No, it's not.
It's not his
No,
primary
it's not.
phone. Okay. So,
Y'all are missing a phone, I can tell you that right now.
yeah, James told me we were missing a phone.
Just like this, but it had a black case.
So where was it?
He had it.
He
And then he
told-
went back to the house, so I don't know what he did with it.
He told me, he swore up and down that it was laying on the coffee table in the living room.
That's the one I got. That's the one I picked up that night when he
Okay.
left, and that ended up being his daughter's,
Yeah.
or his ex-wife's daughter's phone.
Okay, that's the one that came out, this one. This is the one.
That one, yeah, that ain't activated nothing. I don't even know why he even.
Because he was on it that day, or he was holding it when I walked in.
That's to make you guys think that it's his phone when it's not.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, that is not his phone.
And she told him, or he told her to delete the GPS off of her phone.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also delete the message that she had sent him.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I can bring back a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him, like, would you guys be able to bring back that stuff even though after I deleted it, because he told me to?
Yeah. So,
You guys know he has a safe there, right?
yeah.
You might want to check in there for his phone.
Where was the safe at? I
It
didn't
was
know.
in
In
the
the front
master
room.
bedroom. But we didn't have any reason to check that.
Is there a code to the safe?
Yeah.
Do you know it?
7128.
Same as your phone here? That's what you gave me to get into your phone.
My phone don't have no passwords, neither one of my phones.
All right.
Well, where did that come from?
Her.
That's the Boost, main thing from Boost. Like, to pay the phone bill, anything.
Oh, the password to pay the bills, or
Yeah,
and
but
to activate.
to get anything from Boost
got
is.
you.
I got you. So you think his phone might be in that safe?
Yeah, he's done something with it. I'm telling you guys, he's done something with
How
it.
do you, so, okay.
I had this phone and this phone. He had this phone and a phone just like this, but black case and all. We had both two active phones.
Mm.
So you guys gotta be searching somewhere, because he has another phone. And that is the main
You
thing.
think you'll be able to get those deleted texts?
I don't know. I should. I don't see why I couldn't.
Well, I mean, he admits that she texted him,
Yeah, he's admitting it.
told him, call her and said to come back.
What is your Gmail that is showing up, that is on your phone? Do you know?
I can write it down for you.
Yeah, write it clearly.
QueenPrettyBrit20@gmail.com. Gotcha.
I say, I'm trying to help you guys any way possible.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, and we appreciate it. So, okay, so your gut would tell you that phone is where?
In the safe, because that's where he puts everything to hide anything. But then if you got, because it was 7128 to get in that safe.
Is there a key anywhere to get in it?
I think he has it on one of his key sets.
Do you have any keys on it in his property?
I want to say he had 1 or 2 loose keys, but it didn't look like. If we go back over there and we can't get in the safe, we'll just take it.
Yeah.
And then we'll get in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not that hard to get into.
Yeah, because he might have, when he put it in there, he might have changed the...
That's kind of what I'm thinking. If he went through the effort of putting it in there, he's probably...
Done changed the
Yeah,
code.
he's probably changed it.
I don't know why he would do that. I mean, it helps with evidence.
So Friday, did you go up to Lowe's?
I didn't go anywhere Friday.
Anytime this past week have you been to Lowe's?
No. I don't go to Lowe's. He does.
Okay.
I've never been in Lowe's. I don't even know what they have in
Does
there.
he take the kids to the store, to Lowe's or anything like that, or he wouldn't be around them?
Normally he makes them stay at home with me.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So you've not been to Lowe's and
I don't know what Lowe's even looks like. So
Lowe's department store up there at, you know where the old Steak and Shake used to be? Up there on town? That's
I know
Lowe's.
where Lowe's is called, but I've never been in Lowe's, nothing.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Somebody called and said they saw you in Lowe's Saturday or Friday.
Actually, I went in there, I remember actually, we went in there for a drill or something that he wanted.
Did you go with him?
Yes.
Were the kids with you guys or elsewhere?
And if
Kids were in school.
Kids were in school.
What day was it?
It had to been Monday or Tuesday.
Of this past week?
Yeah, 'cause they go to school Monday and Tuesday.
Yes, okay. That's right.
And that's not where you guys got the rope.
I don't know where he got the rope. I didn't go with him to get no rope.
Okay, cool.
You thought that was Walmart though, is what you told
Yeah.
me.
I mean, he goes to Lowe's because that's what he goes for the boss, which
Right,
is
right.
to get the
To
material
get
and all
material
that.
for stuff.
So I don't know.
Did he lift the drill or buy the drill?
They couldn't find it.
Oh, they couldn't find the
He got-
the one he wanted?
Yeah, he had no luck with it.
Okay,
So we just went back home.
all right. Anything else?
Nope. What is his email? Gmail?
Charles 937. I'm gonna say, what in the world is that?
Hello?
It's loud, isn't it?
Hello?
Hi, this is Olivia with Children's Services.
Well, hold on, Olivia.
There you go. That's a 7.
All right.
That's all right.
937.
Yeah.
You done with that? Okay, just
Almost.
take your time. Good. So, I messed up
What do you mean
after I
messed
left.
up?
Because when I walked in, you sent me a kite that you wanted to talk to me.
Uh-huh,
So you approached me, which is fine.
okay.
That's any time. I told you that. But I forgot to Mirandize you before we started talking. So like, that
What does
information, this
Actual
is,
mean, like,
okay, I explained it to you, and I'll explain it to you again. I'm gonna read this to you,
okay.
and then we'll go through step by step.
So anytime I talk to you, I have to,
You have to, yes.
why is that?
Because, say you give me some information that I'm gonna use, like you gave me the information about his Gmail
Uh-huh.
and his phone being
Well, I mean,
probably
you
locked up.
asked me that, so
I
that's
know.
what I'm supposed to do.
No. But listen, since I didn't Mirandize you, I can't use that information,
Okay.
okay? It's weird, I know, but
That's
I'll
one thing
explain
I
it to you.
don't understand.
Because by law, you don't have to talk to me. I know you requested to talk to me, but you don't have to talk to me without your lawyer present.
Well, I don't have a lawyer.
Yeah, you do. It's Chris Atkins, you told me.
So
So
it's the
you-
lawyer that they gave me in the court.
That is your attorney for now.
Okay.
Probably,
Will
once
they
you get
tell
to-
me who my new one is once,
Yes, absolutely,
and I'll have his number and all that?
yes.
Okay.
So can I read you this and ask you those same questions? Okay, warning, I am a police officer. I warn you, you have the right to remain silent, which means you don't have to talk to me. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer. You can talk to your attorney, your lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
before and during any questioning while you're being questioned. That if you cannot afford a lawyer, one that's appointed to you, which is Chris Atkins, and then down the road they'll appoint somebody else,
Okay.
okay? They may appoint somebody else.
Well, he said I qualified maybe for one or two. That's what Chris Atkins said.
Attorneys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before any questioning, okay, you can stop talking to me or any other police officer at any time during questioning.
Okay.
So you don't have to talk to me, and when you're done, just say, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, flip that card over. Print your name there again at the top. My wife keeps texting me, will she stop? I'm busy.
Well, the only reason why I asked you if I can talk to you, because you're able to tell me stuff that I need, that I'm trying to find out.
Yes. Well, you wanted to know about your charges and understand that. Yes.
Well, you understand that because I've never been locked up before, so I don't know what.
Yeah, everything means.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get confusing. Today is the 2nd, 3/2, and time is 12:10.
12:10.
Yes.
See, I wish while we're in jail, I wish we'd be able to see a clock.
That would drive me insane too, not knowing the time. I'm with you.
I'm like,
Because there's no clocks back there. You
No.
think they could put something safe on the walls?
yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah. I mean, put it even on the. Well, you
I
can't
wouldn't
do
even care if they put it all the way on the ceiling in my room.
Right. So you gave me, before I Mirandized, you've been Mirandized now. Can you confirm that this is your Gmail account?
Yes.
Queen Pretty Brit,
20
20
at gmail.com, yes.
and that you believe this is his?
That is his.
Jaws937
Yes.
at gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. And you
I had a
said,
couple more questions, but I'm trying to remember what they were.
tell me where his phone is again, where you think it might be.
It has to be in the safe.
And the code of that safe,
Mm,
best you could remember?
zeros. What did I just tell you guys?
Something 379.
0712. No, it's my last four of my social.
Last four of your social?
Yes, but it has an O. 7128.
Yep.
Sorry,
I couldn't remember either. You just told me.
remember. I'm having problems remembering.
That's all right. So what else did you want to ask me?
How long will I be here
Till Friday. You'll be shipped out. You probably won't know. That's not true. Butler County Jail will be better, number one, just so you know that. Facility is just newer. It's just nicer.
Do I get put with somebody else or by myself?
That I don't know how they work over there. I can make it work. I can do that here by yourself. And I would imagine you'll be by yourself until you go through court process.
Okay, so you don't know when
And don't, you know, my advice is don't tell nobody your business when in jail. Okay? Just tell them I'm here for whatever. Make up something. Okay? Don't worry about getting beat up. That's not how. You'll be all right. Okay? People watch a lot of TV, then they get into these situations and freak out.
like me.
Yeah. You'll be all right. And I do got your medication, like I told you. I will get that to you tomorrow, as soon as I get the key to that property room. And you do think that this could have happened on Thursday,
Yes.
not Friday? Check that.
So with me telling you guys exactly everything happened, and he didn't tell me exactly. He said I did good on the whatever thing, the polygraph test or whatever it's called, except for one question, and then you went over with me.
You remember what that question was? 'Cause I do not.
Did I think the kids were going to get harmed? No, I didn't think they would get harmed, but I did not know if they would get harmed.
Meaning that so was your intention to go up there and throw your kids in the river?
No.
Did you and James talk about that?
No.
Did anything about driving them into the river?
No.
And you jumping out of the car and saving yourself?
No.
Any type of killing that I'm going to kill these three and I'm going to leave them up there?
He's talked about putting them in the car, throwing them in the river, and burn it.
Okay.
But I've never talked about any of that. I wouldn't do that to my kids.
Okay. So your intention was what that night? Just to drop them off
Yes.
and be done?
Yes.
I got you.
Not to harm them, nothing.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying that with James, it was a pure accident. It wasn't meant to happen.
I hear you. Okay. Thanks. Alright. So I have to Mirandize you just like I told you yesterday, okay? Warning, I am a police officer. One, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with the lawyer before and during any questioning and have the lawyer present while you're being questioned. That if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you free before any questioning, and you can stop talking to me or any other police officer at any time during questioning. Do you understand what I just read you? Flip the card over.
Yeah, this is like the, third time?
Third time.
Something.
This is the note I got from you today. It's 6:31 p.m.
Did you get to a reminder about the meds and?
I did, and the nurse had called the doctor, and he said he didn't prescribe you anything. You're not on any prescriptions, so she's not going to give you the meds. I talked to her this morning. That's what she told me.
You talked to Dr. Green?
Yeah. She called down there and talked to the right doctor.
I think she has the wrong place or something.
Where do you go to the doctor?
Primary Health Solutions, and the only one I see there is Dr. Green.
That's who she said she called. Today's the 3rd, 3-3.
What time is it?
6:31.
And it's what is today's, like?
The 3rd, 3/3/21.
Is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wednesday. I had to think about that too.
I feel like I've been in there for whatever.
Alright. Do you have something specific?
I heard him talking about earlier about somebody from Butler County was coming to get somebody. Will they let me know before they come in there and get me?
Probably
How does
not.
that?
Would happen Friday after it gets, no. Might not happen on
They
Monday.
said that you have to go talk to a
Grand
bunch of
jury.
people first
Yeah,
before I
that's
even
grand
get
jury.
moved.
That's grand jury. That'll be Friday morning at 9 a.m.
Okay. So I probably won't be moving until probably next week.
Nope, probably not till next week. Probably Monday. I would assume Monday.
Okay, I need a shower. Like, you
I'll
can
ask
see,
him. I'll
I'm
ask him.
breaking out everywhere.
I'll ask him. I'll go back there and talk to him as soon as I drop you back off. I got a question for you though. Are you willing to talk to me about what happened?
Yeah.
First off, I need to know why you guys are down in Richmond, Indiana at Walmart.
Richmond, Indiana.
Yeah. Or Richmond,
What?
I think it's Richmond, Indiana. It wasn't Richmond, Kentucky.
I didn't go to any Walmart.
You did not go to any
No,
Walmart?
that's why I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Did he take the kids and go to Walmart?
He might have, I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I've not
He
seen the
does
video
some
yet.
stuff when I'm sleeping. So how am I supposed to know anything?
Well, I mean, you're not sleeping 24/7.
My meds would let me, I'd be sleeping 24/7.
Alright.
And as you can tell, you had to yell for me for a couple minutes to even get me.
I don't yell a long time. But I know what you're saying.
They've yelled for me a couple times to ask me if I was okay.
Right.
So I'm a deep sleeper.
Once you're out, you're out.
Yes.
Okay. I need to know one other thing, because I want to put James to rest properly.
Okay.
Okay. Is he really where you said you dumped him?
My son?
Yes.
Yes. That's where he dumped him.
Okay, but you were with him.
Yes.
Okay.
That is where
you guys went to do
Yes.
it. That's legit.
And yes, he said to make sure we dumped him on that side because of the currency or something goes this way. I don't know nothing about the water.
Right. Okay.
And you said they won't be out there until what, Sunday again to look?
Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to tell you? We're going out tonight in a few minutes. Actually, they're over there now doing it. I'm heading over there as soon as I put you away. We're going to check for blood on your car and underneath your car. When you run over somebody, that'll show up. It's called Blue Star Luminant. They use this light and all this other crap to look for it.
Basically, like you turn out the lights and everything's like lit up blue or whatever.
After they've used a certain chemical.
I see that
That's what they're going to do.
some of the lawnmowers.
Right.
And
Well, that's what we're going to go do tonight. We're waiting for dark, a little bit darker.
oh, I was like, who in the world?
Yeah, we're only two here, so. I suspect once understand that a murder charge is a murder charge. Okay, meaning that it doesn't
Well, I
matter.
don't even know exactly what murder even means, so.
Okay, you killed somebody. That's what murder means. Okay, you killed your son. So
Cause the death of another.
And so it doesn't matter.
Even though it was an accidental,
I think it was, but you went there to dispose of your kid, to leave your kids out there is what you went to do, huh?
I
That's a
went to
crime.
go there to drop them off, not to harm them or anything.
Okay, but you're still abandoning your children, okay? So that's how the law reads there,
Okay.
as far as murder. So my question to you is, I suspect that we're gonna find on the tire and the undercarriage of the car some sort of blood matter is what I think. Blood evidence is what we're gonna end up finding underneath.
Okay, and
So
if you
it doesn't
don't,
matter.
then what?
Well, either way, what I'm trying to get at is, I still don't think you're being totally honest with me about how he died, to be quite frank with you, okay? For some reason, you're minimizing the fact that you drug him, and you think that's better than running him over.
I did not run him over.
or doing something else?
That's why I was telling you,
It's
I
something
could
else.
have dragged him. I
Okay.
didn't see that, but I didn't.
Well, you did tell me you
I
saw him
talked
dragging.
to, I think it was the polygraph dude,
Right.
and he said if I was to run somebody over, I would be able to tell because like it lifts.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, that boy was itty bitty. He wasn't
He's
big.
not a big kid, so I know what he's talking about, but that's not necessarily true when it comes to children.
Well, I didn't feel that, so
Okay.
when he asked me, I didn't.
Was there any other means used to harm your child by you or by your boyfriend?
Okay, you gotta explain better than that because
Okay.
I'm not understanding.
Okay, so we're up to the point where you drug him and that's how he died.
Okay.
Okay, that's where we're at. Murder is what I'm trying to get at. So if you tell me the truth and say, hey, no, this is really what happened, this is how he died, is what I'm trying to get at. If there's another reason that he died, then I just want to know the truth of the matter. Because when we recover him, an autopsy is going to show.
And we're gonna recover him. This ain't out yet, but they found him on sonar. They think they found him in
You know what sonar is?
Sonar's like an X-ray for the water.
So they just can't get down in there right now because of the
current.
the current and the height of the river. The flood, it's still in flood.
And there's still branches and stuff flowing along the top. You can't put a diver in there because it may hook them. But they put these little like submarine things, these little remote control submarines in the water. Those can go down, and they went down low enough to where
So they did see that he was down there.
They're 90% sure, like 91% sure is what they told us today, that they think they found him there at the river. It's not positive, but they've got the general size, they've got the general shape, and they're pretty sure that they found him. They're going to go down and get him here next week, and he's not going anywhere where he is. Because the water is so cold,
They won't let him float.
I ain't been outside, so
it's like he's in a refrigerator. He's gonna be almost, other than being dead, he's gonna be in really
dead,
good
why does
shape.
your body turn? Like, why does your body
Okay, you see, this is the issue with you, and this is the issue, I'm sorry, were you in the middle or are we good? This is the issue with you. You're right, we're right in the middle of a conversation. Now, you can't hold a thought to carry on a conversation because you're all over the place. And honestly, I think it's because you're full of shit and you don't want to just talk and have a conversation about what the subject matter is. The issue is he's asking you, was he alive when you went to the park?
Or was he already dead?
Or was he already dead?
Because the court is going to give me a cause of death. Okay, and if you're bullshit, it doesn't matter. Murder is murder, huh? It doesn't matter if you shot him, which I'm not saying you did. Okay, I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example. It doesn't matter if you shot him, stabbed him, or threw him in a moving bus, in front of a moving bus. Death is death. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, so I just need the truth on how he really died. Because I don't believe you're telling me the whole truth about how he really died.
And we're going to figure out next week. Just no bullshit, straight up answer.
And again, I told you, you're only fucking yourself here by not being totally honest about how he died. Okay? I told you that. I don't know if you're just trying to protect Knucklehead back here or what, but you need to tell me the truth about how he died. And the ball's in your court. I can't make you tell me. But you know how he died. And so does James. Okay? And for some reason, you think it's going to be less something in court or less...
And James ain't going to say a word because it's all on you.
He's pushed every bit of this on you.
He was at home, according to what it's been told. That's why, honey, we're looking you dead in the eye right now. Tell us how little James, your son, died. One sentence is all you have to give us. How did little James, your son, your youngest baby,
He wasn't responding when he got out of the van.
Where at?
Remember when I told you when we got there, he wasn't.
When you got
So he was already dead before you got there? Yes or no?
Yeah, he had to because he wasn't.
Okay, then how did he die?
Whatever James did to him upstairs.
Okay, you need to tell me that. What did James do?
He choked him out with rope, the same rope. Every last one of them.
The kid, all three
kids. You can ask all three of them.
Because I know he hog-tied them.
Yeah,
okay.
And he was beating them, literally beating them.
Okay.
I could hear thumps on the floor.
Why didn't you call us?
He wouldn't let me have a phone.
Okay, so he's dead before you even take him out of the house. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't know it.
Who loads him up in the car? So he didn't walk to the car.
The kids, like, basically helped him to the car.
Helped who?
The other two kids helped James to the car.
Your two other kids carried dead James to the car.
He, like...
Okay, you're fucking lying.
No, am I not making this sense?
No, not at fucking all.
Can you please stop yelling at me?
You're going to sit here and tell me and tell us that your two other babies carried your dead youngest one to the car.
Oh, my God.
Let's back up. Okay? James is upstairs beating the kids.
He hog-ties them, wraps.
No, I'm talking about the day James died, or little James died. Okay, tell me about that day. You said he's beating on him that day.
Yes, he was beating on him that day.
Okay, and what did James come down and say afterwards? Did you ever go up and check on them? To see if they were breathing, see if they were okay?
I heard movement upstairs.
Okay.
But he told me if I go up there, he was going to blow my brains out.
Okay, so what did he say happened to James?
He said he didn't know, he didn't give a fuck.
Was James conscious when you went up there?
Somewhat.
What about the other two?
They were up, when I untied them, they were up moving around. James, it took him a minute to even function.
So James did function then?
It took him like 30, 40 minutes to even move.
So he's just laying there up in the bedroom?
Yeah.
And he's already been cut loose?
I didn't cut him loose. I tried my best to untie the knots that he had already tied.
Okay. So how did James finally, did he ever get loose?
Yeah, I untied him.
Okay, you untied James.
Yeah, I untied all of them, but James was laying there for about 30, 40 minutes before he even...
moved at all?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how's James acting?
He was like staggering, running and stuff.
Is this the same night you went up to the park?
Yes. Literally, like, before we went to that park is when he did what he did.
So then you really didn't drag James?
No, that's what I keep trying to tell y'all. I didn't do anything to that little boy.
You did, yeah, you did. You didn't help him, number one. Okay? You're a grown-ass adult. That's a little baby. Okay? It's your job as a parent to protect your babies. Fuck James. Fuck Big James.
And you do have them say he was...
Yeah, I got them all.
All three.
Yes, all three of them.
Only
When did you put those in the garage?
The same time with the other shit. And he's had those two, the little ones, in his safe and every time.
So when we talk, the kids are getting that forensic interview tomorrow. You know what I told you about?
Yeah.
How many times, what are they going to say about you hitting on them?
You know, I'm not really hitting on them at all. I make them stand in the corner.
What are they going to say about you hitting on them that night with James upstairs?
They're probably just going to say I whipped their butt. That's about it. Like you said, you do your children.
Right.
But I don't punch them, leave bruises, nothing. That's all James.
So what did James tell you? Tell me the conversation. So James comes back downstairs after beating them, right? You go back
He
up
has went up there like 3 or 4 times.
during the day? I mean, during the time span?
Yes.
Like, what time span? 8 hours? What time were they tied up that day?
It was almost their bedtime, so it was like 6 in the 6 at night, basically.
Okay, so that's about the time he tied them up?
Yes.
Okay, so they're all 3 upstairs?
And they stayed tied up.
Where were they tied up at?
If you go upstairs to the upstairs, you go this way, you see the little girl's clothes? It's that closet in her room.
Okay, so all 3 of the kids are in that closet?
Yes.
Hog-tied?
Yes, with dirty, trifling underwear.
Okay.
And that was all him, not
put the underwear where?
in their mouth.
In their mouths, okay. And how long were they tied up for? What period of time?
It was literally like 10 minutes before 9 o'clock.
So about 3 hours?
Yeah, their hands were purple.
Okay, so they're tied up for 3 hours, okay? And during that time period, that 3 hours, James is doing what?
Which James?
Big James, your boyfriend.
He kept going back up there, back downstairs, and beating the shit out of them.
Okay. Who got the worst of it?
I couldn't tell you. You had to ask him.
Okay. So he's up and down the steps, beating them.
Several times.
And as he comes back downstairs every time, what does he say?
I asked him, what did he do? He said, don't fucking worry about it. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay. And then what?
And then I told him, well, I'm about to go up there on time because the kids don't deserve this. And he said, well, if you do, I'm going to shoot your ass.
Okay.
And every time he goes in there and gets a gun.
So at what time did you go upstairs on time?
When it was almost bedtime.
So
The 10 minutes that they had left. Well, the 10 minutes before 9 o'clock.
Okay, so 10 till 9, you went upstairs and untied him.
Yes.
What made him okay with you going upstairs at that point?
Because I told him I was going to go on time. I didn't care what he wanted.
No, you didn't, but why didn't he care that you went up there? Did
Because
you tell him what you wanted to?
he told me he was going to bed to go untie them.
Okay, so he told you.
Yeah.
So you didn't do any of this bullshit. I don't care about what you say. I'm going up there. Don't lie about nothing. Okay. So he told you to go on time, correct?
He said if I wanted to go on time, then go on time.
Okay, so you went upstairs and untied him.
Yes.
And just with your hands, not with a knife.
Nope.
Okay, just with your hands.
Yes.
Okay, so once you untied him, you said the other 2 had gotten up fairly quick.
Yes.
But
And they kept complaining their hands were purple and their hands were numb. They couldn't feel nothing.
okay, and and James was not responsive. Okay, so you said it took how long before it become more alert?
30, 40 minutes.
30, 40 minutes. And now, is he talking at this time, 30, 40 minutes later?
Barely. He was talking, but you couldn't really understand what he's saying.
Okay. So you can't understand what he's saying. And is he walking?
He's slowly.
Slowly?
Slowly.
Did he have any visible injuries on his body?
He had them. I didn't check.
Okay. On his face?
He had bruises all
over his face?
Yes.
Okay.
And it looked like he had like a knot, like right in here, on both sides of his face.
Okay. So,
like his face has been swollen from being punched.
okay.
How many every time?
On both sides of his face or just one side?
On both sides.
On both sides of his face. And so after 40 minutes, he's kind of talking and he's kind of walking. Is he literally walking or is he crawling?
He was kind of walking. He asked one of the kids to help him kind of down the stairs so he wouldn't fall.
Right.
Because that one handle is kind of wobbly going up and down the stairs.
Okay, so he gets downstairs. Which kid helps him do that?
I believe it was.
So helps him down the steps. Where is your other boy?
Right behind him.
Okay. And you are where?
following right behind all of them.
Okay, so that's what I meant.
Yes,
The two go down first, then the other
Yes.
boy, then you.
yes.
Okay, you get downstairs and what happens?
They
What do they do?
basically was going to go to bed like I told you guys.
Okay, so they
That's
come
when
down,
James insisted on they have to get out
so James is in the bedroom or outside, or in the living room?
in the living room. That's where we all were.
So he comes out of the living room, or out of the bedroom, because you said he went to bed.
He was going to bed
Okay.
until I went upstairs to untie the
So when
children.
they come down, he's in the living room.
Yeah,
Where's he at?
sitting on the couch.
He's sitting on the couch. So he's sitting on the couch, and what's he say? What do you say? What does he say? What do the kids
He
do?
told me that he didn't want to see a hair of them kids.
Okay,
If he was to see them, he was going to beat them some more.
okay. So,
And he said he didn't care what happened to him. He didn't give a fuck.
okay. So at this point, what do?
I made the kids go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wanted them to come downstairs to go to bed.
Right.
But that's when James had said, if I see a hair of them fucking kids, I'm going to beat the shit out of them, more of them, beat more shit out of them than they already was.
Right.
So I had told them they were upstairs changing because he wouldn't let he wouldn't let me untie them to go use the toilet.
So they had pissed themselves?
Yes.
Did they shit themselves too, or just
No,
piss?
they pissed themselves.
Okay, so they had pissed themselves, and so they went back upstairs?
They changed in their room. They didn't bother to come downstairs because they were so scared of Joel's being right there.
Okay, you just said all three of them came downstairs?
Yeah, that was after they had changed their clothes.
Okay, so they had already, while you were up there with them,
Yes.
they changed clothes?
Yes.
I got you. So,
Two had came downstairs, which was James had not made it downstairs when he told me to make them stay upstairs.
okay, so they changed their clothes. And then all four of you come down steps. Is that right? Am I thinking
Three
right?
of us came down. And then went up there to try to help James downstairs. And that's when Joel said,
Who's Joel?
that's his nickname.
Okay,
He told me to make them stay upstairs. So they literally got halfway down the stairs, and I had to go tell them to go back upstairs.
so they never
So-
went downstairs at all?
The two did,
The two did.
got downstairs,
Okay,
and then he told me to make them go back upstairs.
okay.
So if whoever was downstairs, to make them go upstairs, and to let the other one know if they come downstairs, he was going to beat the shit out of them again.
So they turn around and go back up the steps?
Yes.
Okay. At some point, what do? You put them to bed or what?
I told him to go to bed upstairs.
So they went on to bed?
Yes, because he wouldn't let them come downstairs where they had been sleeping at because of the new environment.
Okay, so they're in the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Where are both boys? In the same bedroom?
The front bedroom.
The one straight ahead?
Yes.
Okay, so both boys are in that, and you're
Off to the side right
off
there.
to the side. Okay, so that night, so you come back downstairs
Yes.
after the kids are in bed?
Yes.
Okay. You're downstairs with James, and what's the conversation?
He told me,
Specifically, what the conversation was, no bullshit.
I'm not bullshitting. He told me to make sure them kids stay the fuck upstairs, and I need to get off my lazy ass and do something with these fucking children.
Okay. What else?
And I told him I didn't want to do anything with them children. I just want to go to bed
Right, and what
because
else?
it was so late.
And what else?
And he just kept nagging on about getting the kids. So I yelled for the kids to come downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a good minute. They were standing back in the corner because he wouldn't let them sit down.
What does that mean? Tell me about that. Once they come downstairs?
Yeah, he wouldn't let them sit down ever.
Okay. How did James get downstairs?
I helped them downstairs.
Helped you downstairs
Yes.
at that time?
Yes.
Okay. So now all three children are downstairs,
Yes.
and what happens after you called them down?
Told him to come downstairs. He wanted me to get rid of you guys. What I should have done was made him do it.
Not what you should have done. So he says that. Tell the kid he wants me to get rid of you guys.
Yeah, exactly what I told him.
And then what?
It took me like 10 minutes to make sure they were all downstairs from getting changed and whatever they had to do upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So once they all got downstairs, I took them out to the van.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure they buckled up.
What does James say to all this? He's telling you something specific, I would assume. What's the conversation between you and James? How does he want you to get rid of him?
He just told me to take them to the rush run. He just said rush run.
And do what?
He just told me to take them there and drop them off.
Okay.
So I took them there and dropped them off. And no tendency of hurting them, nothing.
I'm tired. So you're up at Rush Run at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. James tells you to what? Use his van or no? Does he want you
He told me to use whatever.
He didn't care what you used.
Nope.
All right. He didn't give you any specific guidelines on how to get rid of the kids. He didn't tell you any directions at all how to get rid of the kids.
He just told me the best place was Rush Run.
Okay. He didn't give you any how I'm supposed to get rid of the kids. Okay. So now you're up at Rush Run. Okay, just you and the 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
Now what happens?
I told the kids to get out.
Okay.
And then that's when James didn't want to get out, or he didn't even answer me.
So the 2 kids get out.
Yes.
Okay.
James would not answer me for nothing.
Okay.
And I was back there kind of like shaking his arm, trying to get him to talk to me, and he wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
Well, I had picked him up and set him outside of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even took off anything. I had told him to go to the bathroom and to take James with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, James was leaning up, pulling on the door, and then he just sat there and was trying to get him up to get him to the bathroom.
Trying to get him up, what do you mean?
He was sitting on the ground.
How was he reaching the door handle sitting on the
his
ground?
knees. He can reach the door handle on his knees.
Okay. Okay, so he's holding on the door handle, and you're back in the van. Is that right?
I was back in the van, yes.
That's
I was
what I
just
meant.
sitting there.
You're just sitting there. At what point do you drive off?
Like 5 minutes later.
Okay. And he's still holding on to the side of the van?
No. That's why I was trying to tell you before, and you was like, something else had to happen. Something else had to happen.
And something else did happen, right? Now you're telling me something else happened.
Yeah, he didn't have the handle. He had to hold the door handle for a couple minutes and had let go and just gave up basically and sat there.
So, about 5 minutes later, you drive off.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you're gone for how long?
I didn't drive off all the way. I heard the children screaming, remember?
Yeah.
I heard the 2 kids screaming, and I didn't get that far because I heard them screaming because I stopped
Mm-hmm.
and was just looking around. And then after they stopped screaming for a minute, I went on.
Okay. I'm about to lose my temper, and I'm trying not to. I'm going to take a break.
Do you want to talk to me or no? You probably don't because you're not going to tell me the truth. You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with some excuse for the, hold on, let me move over here. I'm too close to you. Because you've sat back there in that, just listen, okay? You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with some reason to justify you not getting charged with murder. Here's where we are, okay? There's no doubt in my mind you took those kids out there to leave them for them to either freeze to death, for them to fall in the water and drown, or for coyotes or some other wild animal to eat those children. There is no look in my eyes, there is no doubt in my mind that you took those children to Rush Run Lake to die. There is no doubt in my mind you took all 3 of your kids there to die. Now, maybe you weren't going to do anything to them. Maybe you didn't have plans to take them out there and shoot them, stab them, cut them, drown them. Maybe you didn't have any plans at all to do that. I have no reason to think for sure that you did.
Yeah, I didn't have no reason to do anything.
But you had every intention of taking those children out there to die.
Well, I didn't know they were going to die, but I took them out there.
You took them out there hoping no one would ever see them, find them, or you would never see them or hear from them again. Is that a safe assumption?
Yes.
So when you went out there with your 3 kids, they were well enough to walk on their own, all 3 of them. They were all 3 well enough to talk on their own. They all knew where they were, and they were scared to death. Am I correct?
Yes.
James had I'm asking you, had James instructed you to take them out there and leave them?
You're talking about Big James?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to call him Jaws because that's stupid. I'm going to call him Big James.
Okay.
Big James.
I prefer you do it that way so I'm not getting
there. And that's good because I've gotten confused actually going through my notes. Big James and you decided that they were interrupting your all's relationship.
He said they wasn't listening, so I need to get rid of them because I wasn't disciplining them.
Okay. They were causing a problem between you and Big James.
Yes.
I'm going to say the decision was made. I'm not going to point fingers. The decision was made that they need to exit your all's life relationship.
Yes, and that was him.
Okay. You then load them up in Big James's van.
Yes.
You and the children.
Yes.
Go out to Rush Run.
Where he had told me to take them.
And you told me that, and I believe that. I really do, because I found that, even though you deleted your browser stuff, I found that in your phone. I've already got search warrants, and I've started going through your phones. I found that. And I can even, if you don't believe me, I'll go get it and name off half a dozen places you looked up directions for, but...
Yeah, because I've told you that I've always used my GPS,
right.
I know nothing.
Right, because, yeah, you don't know, you've looked up Walmart,
yeah,
you've
looked
up...
Nothing.
Right, I'm with you, but I'm saying, what time of night, once again, did you take those kids out there?
Well, he told you...
Just tell me, what time of night do you think you took those kids out at the park? Just guess.
I believe it was Friday morning.
Friday, okay, but what time?
Like 2-something?
So it was late at night, you knew there would be no one there.
Yes.
And you knew they would be all
He
alone.
told me there was going to be nobody around.
Okay.
But I had asked him, what if somebody sees them?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me there was nobody out at that time.
So when the kids exited the vehicle, and you pull out of the parking lot, when you left your house in Middletown and you were driving, you had intentions that was going to be the last car ride you ever took with your children.
Yes, because I was dropping them off there.
Okay. You knew that when you left your house there on Crawford Street. So you drive out there, you drop them off, and I'll say this, somehow James gets killed. Little James gets killed. You pull out, and again, when you pull out of the lot, you don't have any intentions of ever seeing those kids again.
No, and I didn't have any intentions on doing anything to them.
Okay, okay, that's fair. You leave the lot, and how long were you gone until you turned around and went back?
The text message that I had sent him.
The last one that I saw was on OMW.
On my way back.
Okay.
That's basically what that means.
Yeah, on my way back now.
Yes.
Where were you at when you sent that?
I was a little ways down the road.
You went up the driveway from the park.
Yes, and turned left.
Turn left.
Because I had followed my GPS to
Sure,
go back home.
Sure.
And I had stopped quarter ways down the road, and I had turned back around because he told me the kids are just going to be running around, they're going to get hurt.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop you. The first time, and several times, and even in the polygraph, you said that you texted James and told him you were dead, or you texted Big James and said he's dead.
He might have been dead.
He might have been dead.
Yes.
So where were you at whenever you texted dead?
On my way home.
Because you texted on my way, be right on my way home. You texted that, right?
Yes, I had text that.
And so then you were thinking James was dead, but you were little James, but you were going to go on home.
I was thinking it because of the kids were screaming. I didn't know for sure.
But then, after you told Big James you were on your way home, then you texted him and said, little James is dead.
Yes, that's when I had went back to get them and told him I was on my way home with them. Because he told me not to leave.
Well, but in the polygraph, you said the only reason you went back was because Big James told you to.
Yeah, because he said they'd be running around.
Okay. You see, this is where we are. Do you not hear yourself when you're talking? Or is just you're so full of shit you can't remember what lie you told? Would this be easier if I got a pen and paper and let you write down what you're telling me so you can remember the lies you're telling? You see, you're still only worried about one person, I guess that's two, one person on the planet. And you know who that is? That's you. You're going to sit there and you're going to lie, you're going to continue to lie, and you're going to continue to lie, because the only thing in the world that you're worried about, you're not worried about 9-year-old that is so freaking skinny, that is got severely malnourished. You don't give a shit about her. You don't give a shit about who is just a little itty bitty thing himself. And you don't even give a shit about little dead James. The only thing you're worried about in the world is trying to come up with a good story that's going to keep your lying ass out of prison. That's all you're worried about. When you first sat down at a table with Hoover, he told you, the only thing you've got in this world is the truth. Do you remember him telling you that? And all this other shit, all this story, oh, it's James's fault. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's this. I didn't mean that. Honey, I've caught you in like 5 lies in about 2 minutes. because you cannot remember what bullshit story or sentence you said 30 seconds ago. Am I wrong?
No, I have a memory problem. I've been trying to tell
Okay,
you guys
you're
that.
full of shit. We've already talked to
Can
your
I have
doctor.
a paper so I can maybe...
You want to write down your lies? You want to write down a good journal? You're full of shit. You killed your kid, and you
No,
don't
I
give a
did.
rat's ass.
Yes, I do.
Well,
This was the third and last part of the interrogation of Brittany Gosney. On September 13th, 2021, 29-year-old Brittany Gosney was sentenced to at least 21 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to taking the life of her son, James Hutchinson, and attempting to abandon two of her other children.